Larry, I want to talk a little bit about these Gulf countries. See, they have enjoyed a very luxurious last 50 years, as you just mentioned, from 1973 onwards. Their business model has been very lucrative. They have, called Bloomberg, luxury, airlines, beaches, very comfortable life. And I feel like this image has been shattered in the last month or so, especially Dubai and
Oh yeah.
Abu Dhabi. What do you think is the likely future? Because these countries, I'm sorry, uh, they are my co-religionists, and we are very close to, as far as Pakistan and Middle East is concerned. But they have no significant military assets to bring to the table. So,
Right.
what is the likely future of these countries?
I mean, let's be honest and quite candid, particularly about the United Arab Emirates. They can't handle human shit. And you say, whoa, wait, that's a crude, harsh thing to say. No, I mean, honestly, those big, tall buildings, they pump water into them. They got toilets that flush, but they don't have sewer systems. The sewage is collected in the basements of these buildings and then hauled off in trunks, dumped I don't know where. But you say, wait a second, this, you know, I lived in the wilds of Honduras back in 1978, and we had to take care of our needs to defecate by going to an outhouse. This is just all Dubai's running as a modern outhouse. It's ridiculous. So what is being exposed now through the course of this war is how fragile, superficial, and irrelevant these countries really are. For example, Saudi Arabia. You look up, what's its population? Oh, 36 million. Oh, except about 45% of those are foreigners who've been imported to conduct basically slave labor. They are there to wipe the asses of their Saudi monarchs. And they abuse, Filipinos, Indonesians, Malaysians, Vietnamese. People of Asia are treated like second-class citizens by these arrogant Bedouins. And just because they got lucky when oil was discovered, and then they acclaim themselves to be monarchs, oh, we're royalty. It's ridiculous. They don't have a political structure. What they have are family relationships and competitions. And the biggest group of freeloaders in the world. A lot of times we make fun of the British royal family, and it is worth making fun of because you've got these people who don't do anything other than, we won the lucky sperm race, and we were born into this particular family, so therefore we're special. Yeah, you got tons of these Saudi princes running around. But there is no political. They don't have a mandate. They don't even have a public they quote have to serve. They expect to be served by these people. So that entire mentality is so antithetical. The reality, there are two democratically elected governments in that area, Iraq and Iran. Everybody else is self-appointed we were born in the right family, we're in charge. So what's happened now is a result of the blockade of the Strait of Hormuz. The United Arab Emirates, 83% of its economy is frozen. You've got 25% of its income from oil exports. Well, nothing's being exported. It got another significant percentage from trade activities at Jebel Ali, which is a free trade port. That's dead. Nothing happening there. Real estate. They used to have booming real estate market. I think even Tucker Carlson was talking about buying something there. I think he's reconsidering his options. The foreigners who were, comprised about a significant, upwards of 80% of the population, maybe in the UAE, they're getting the hell out. They're not sticking around. You got all of these, sky-rise buildings that are largely uninhabited because there's no economic activity to sustain it. Real estate used to be a big driver of the economy. That's dead. So, now that Iran has retaliated against the UAE, and again, think back 6 weeks ago, the UAE and Saudi Arabia were talking about going to war with each other. Okay? They were threatening each other over what, one group was supporting, they supported different sides in Yemen. Well, now all of a sudden UAE and Saudi Arabia is like, oh, solidarity, brother. Yeah, we're going to go to war with Iran. And as you said, with what? I've seen these cats. They wear these pretty white leather sandals with gold on it, prancing around like a bunch of women. Not a masculine one in the group. And they're talking about going to war. Yeah, and I am being deliberately insulting of them. I think they're despicable. They are oppressive. Everything they accuse Iran of being, they are. In terms of repressing women, Iran's not running big prostitution rings like are being run out of Dubai, okay? So it's just, like the hypocrisy on it is off the charts. And so maybe this is God's way. Allah is visiting judgment upon these hypocrites.